Hey, look what we have found. A big sound in a small town, far away from the bright lights. They're making music every night. Discover what is all around. A big sound, a big sound in a small town. Big sound, small town. A really big sound. Big sound, small town.
You're listening to Big Sound, Small Town with Sandy Carlton.
The stories that you tell me sound better with a smile on your face. And I know we're talking here and now, but it's hard to laugh when you're in an unfamiliar space. And I'm happy that you're happy, but still feel like I've missed you for so long. With the way we used to be compared to what we are right now, this just feels wrong. When I feel you on my mind, I put on your jacket just to feel you by my side. Without you here, I can feel the weight. It's lonely when your heart is living in a different state. Sit down in this coffee shop, and while we're here, tell me all about your life. I'm not in a hurry, and in these moments I just want you to take up all my time. When I feel you on my mind, I put on your jacket just to feel you by my side. Without you here, I can feel the weight. It's only when your heart is living in
That's beautiful. Oh, I don't have to hit that today. Okay, while my guest puts her violin, she has. We'll move right to it, and we'll let her introduce herself.
All right. My name is Kate Strickland. I am 20 years old, and I'm from Shelby, North Carolina.
Oh, that's really good. So my listeners will know, in case there's some that can't figure that out, you are a violinist.
Yes, sir.
/ fiddler.
Yes.
So
whatever the day calls for.
Exactly. Yeah. I do understand that. Let's just start, since you just laid it down. Would you like to talk about the violin you played today and how you came in possession of this violin?
Yeah, absolutely. So the violin that I played just a couple seconds ago, really, is known as one of the Daniel Pearl violins. Daniel Pearl was a journalist, an American journalist,
right.
As many people know, and he was unfortunately killed due to the nature of his job,
right,
in the Middle East. And what a lot of people don't know is that he was a big fan of Americana music.
Oh, really?
And a big fan of bluegrass music and American styles of fiddling. And so Mark O'Connor's original composition, Appalachian Waltz,
right.
which I just played a segment of,
right.
was one of his favorite pieces. So to remember him and to honor him and to honor the sacrifice that he made and to just give respect back to him,
right.
a quartet of instruments was commissioned in his honor. Let me see what date it was. In 2005, yes.
In 2005.
So in 2005, the Quartet of Instruments was commissioned by Daniel Pearl's family. And now, every single year at the Mark O'Connor New American Fiddle Camp,
right.
that's now located in Charlotte. It used to be in, New York, used to be in Boston, used to be all over.
That's because Mark now lives in the Charlotte area.
Yeah, he lives in Charlotte now, which is really, really cool. But now those camps are located in Charlotte, and they will select a student from each year of the camp to give that down to. So it kind of passes through generations of fiddle players and violists and cellists that they feel embody the ideas of American music.
Right.
So.
And you're one of the winners.
Yes, sir. I am. I'm very grateful to have been selected for this kind of opportunity. The nature of mine is a little bit different because I was selected 2 years in a row.
Right. Well, that's where we were going with this, too. So 2 times.
Yes.
Do you know how many people have had it before you?
I do not know, but I know it's been fiddlers of all ages and sizes. So it's really cool to have a kind of legacy instrument that you get to live up to.
Oh, I agree.
To play, and I know this violin has been all over the States, so that's really, really special.
Do we know who built this violin?
There is a luthier named John Cooper. I believe he's located in Maine, who made all of these instruments. So he's a very talented luthier. He's incredible. Yeah, it's got such a great tone to it that comes with a lot of good work and a lot of time.
Sure.
So,
yeah, that's important to get that part out there too. So you've been playing a long time. I take it you started at an early age, right?
Yes. So I got a violin for my 5th birthday, and I like to say that I haven't really shut up about it since. But my dad is an orchestra teacher here in Shelby, the Shelby area, so he teaches at Crest High School.
Yeah.
And I grew up going to his orchestra concerts, and I wanted to play violin so bad because of seeing those concerts and stuff.
Right.
And I had a lot of different influences when I was little. I was really into Celtic women and the fact that they had a violin player, and I just loved that, and I loved seeing the orchestra stuff. So it's all I wanted for my 5th birthday, and I got it, and I think it was a pretty good investment because I'm still messing with it now.
And did you ever want to play any other instrument other than that?
I tried my hand at guitar
Yeah.
for a little while, but I was told that my hands were too small to play bar chords. So that kind of halted that progress a little bit.
Yet your hands stretch pretty well on a violin.
Yeah, they do. It doesn't have as much space
It's the
to navigate.
yeah, true, and a lot of it is sliding up to a different position as opposed to making the stretch with your hand.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, yeah. Nothing but respect for guitar players, absolutely, for what y'all do, but that was not for me. So, yeah, I've always come back to violin as, like, my primary.
sure, I understand that. That was that has also been one of mine over the years. So
Yeah.
it's have you ever learned to play Celtic music of any type?
So I have I'd like to say elementary education
Yeah.
on Celtics.
Yeah.
I have studied Canadian fiddling,
Sure.
which is very similar.
Yeah,
stylistically.
it is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
And I have like a big reel book full of Celtic
Reel,
tunes
yeah.
and like folk tunes and stuff like that I do mess around with, and I'm trying to get around more to like the cutting techniques
Sure.
and stuff like that. But we're getting there.
Well, I was taking violin lessons when I was a child, and I have these Irish uncles who said, "Well, that's fine if you let him take violin, but you don't have to let us teach him Celtic tunes." And I was scared to death of those guys. So I did. I did, and I can tell you they're not my favorites, but I learned how to play them, and over the years they've come in handy.
Oh yeah.
I've busked on street. When I was in college, I busked on street doing that too. So, but it's now my version of it is, it's just a bunch of scales.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. It just depends on what kind of scale you're playing. Pentatonic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's. Well, I need not to say more about that style of music. So,
Kind of reel that one back.
yeah, I kind of reel that one back in. So, I guess at some point you took this past the school. What you were going to do at school with this? I mean, in the elementary or middle school, I guess is where orchestra starts.
Yeah, so I had a little bit of a unique situation when it comes to that, just because I started, my parents started homeschooling me in 4th grade.
Right.
Because we were blessed with that ability.
Yeah.
So my mom was a part-time music minister, which gave her some time.
Sure.
We'd spend a lot of time at church.
Right.
Doing
Sure.
stuff like that. And she's another person that I really got a love of music from, just because I saw her do it every single weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was homeschooled from 4th grade all the way through, my senior year of high school. So that really gave me a lot of opportunities to have time to practice. And at the time, I've taken with 2 teachers kind of in this general Charlotte area. One of them was Monica Babak, who plays with the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra. Mm-hmm. And then with her husband, Colleen Lupanu, who is still my teacher to this day. And both of them are incredible people, and they're massive influences on my life and how I play and my technique and everything. So I think I had always kind of, because of these opportunities, I'd always been able to take it to the next level compared to where I was supposed to be taking it according to my age, my skill level. So it was a lot of really good opportunities. And I think when I was 13-ish years old, I was able to join the Crest High School Chamber Orchestra with my dad, and play a couple things with them just to kind of get some orchestra experience. Because the one thing that I will say has been difficult coming from an upbringing of private violin lessons is the fact of learning to play with a group.
Oh, yeah, I'm
There's
sure.
so much joy playing with other people, and to finally be able to get that opportunity, around that age, was really, really incredible, and it really started me on a really good path towards being able to collaborate in a group musically and stylistically and stuff like that. So
it is different than playing solo or alone. It really is. The interaction, and sometimes maybe even more about when to play or when not to play, as opposed to, because when you're alone, you have to fill all the spaces yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. It's it's a learning curve.
It is a learning
It's
curve.
a beneficial thing to learn, definitely. So, yeah. Been very blessed with opportunities to do like solo stuff and ensemble
Right.
stuff all throughout.
And now you've taken yourself to college.
Yes, sir. I am currently at Anderson University in
Right.
South Carolina. It's kind of home to South Carolina School of the Arts.
Mm-hmm.
So I am pursuing a double major at the
Okay.
moment.
I understand.
Music performance and
Yeah.
commercial music.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You are. That is a good way to do music. I mean, it offers you more opportunities to play as a musician and to be in the music business. I mean, there's a lot more to the business. There's a business to music beside the actual skill of playing it.
Right, yeah.
So
Got to learn about copyright somewhere, right?
yeah, exactly. and you know, you also, it gives you an opportunity. You're looking at it from a place that I want to play with other people, as opposed to maybe I want to be a teacher.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you can always teach, but when you understand more about the performance side of it, that gives you that window to work through. Whereas if you went at it only from an education type place, you would just shortchange your career probably.
Yeah, I mean, especially for what I would like to do. I've seen my dad be an orchestra teacher. He's an incredible orchestra teacher. My mom was a music educator before
Right.
she was a music minister, and I really appreciate what they do.
Sure.
You know, I just know that life is not what I feel strongly called
Sure.
to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, trying to make that decision to transition into doing something more that will allow me to get some experience in the music
Sure.
business and also build contacts within my peers.
Oh well,
which is a really big deal.
that is a really big deal.
Yeah.
It's actually, in so many ways, it is still more. Once you reach a certain level, everyone is very talented. It comes down to the number of contacts you can make, the number of people you know. I mean, that is a difference maker a lot of times when, you know, well, we can all play pretty well once you get to a certain level. I'm sure the people that you play with in college all are very skilled.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know, what separates everybody is, you know, it's never a bad idea to know as many people in music-related things as you can.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I've had so many guests come in here who are either pretty successful, really successful, you know, and a lot of those stuff happened for them kind of in unusual ways through someone they had met. And some of them actually became common threads, even though they're not. I had a violinist come in here, Lindsay Pruitt. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, I've heard the name. I don't
Lindsay
think I
plays
know
in the
her.
John Stickley Trio.
Awesome.
She's a fabulous violinist. Her dad was a bluegrass musician, but then she went the whole college classical route.
Yeah.
But now John Stickley plays a jazz fusion version of acoustic music, and she, you know, that worked out for her. I mean, the two of them, someone suggested they get together and play, and now that's what they do for a living.
That's awesome.
So stuff like that, you know, you can never know too many people. So I understand you also have side projects going on while you're going to school too.
Yeah. So I am a proud member of the Anderson University Country Band.
Yeah.
So that's called Gold Road as
Right.
of this year.
Oh, okay.
We just got successful enough relatively to get a name. So
Oh, okay.
very proud of that one.
I didn't know if it changed like every year with the
Yeah.
different classes changed it or.
Yeah, no, so far we're sticking with what we've got. So we'll see how long it lasts.
That's good.
But yeah, so I've been in that since I think the second semester of my freshman year.
Okay.
So about a year now, I guess.
Right.
And we're trying to put out some original music.
Right,
So
yeah.
I have written an original called Different States,
Okay.
and that will hopefully be releasing sometime in February.
Oh,
we're
that's
trying
great.
to pick a specific time that'll work because we also have a series of shows that we're trying
Sure.
to promote as well.
Right.
So
you guys do go out and play.
yeah, so this is the first semester that we're actually going really off campus and pursuing a lot of off campus
Right.
performance opportunities.
Well, the Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg area is a very it's a rich area for music and venues to play at.
Absolutely, yeah, and we've been blessed with being able to book a couple dates at the historic Playhouse in Pelzer.
Yeah.
I think it's the Milltown Playhouse.
I think it is.
And we have that venue for 3 days.
Oh,
So we were very blessed with that because we originally were going to have just the February 2nd date
right.
at 7:30 that night, and that was great. And, we were very excited to do that. And we have a group chat with all of us, to be able to communicate since we're all from different areas.
Right.
And we got a text from our professor saying, hey, we sold out the first night, and the subscribers didn't get in. So
Oh, that's good. So
we
you
were like, oh,
get
wow.
another one out of that.
Yeah, so as a result of that, we are officially backed by popular demand for
That's
2 extra
great.
performances.
That's fabulous.
So,
Do you cover people's music, or is it all original?
yeah, so primarily up to this point, we've done a lot of covers. We've done a lot of popular covers.
Sure.
I've played many a Wagon Wheel,
Yeah.
many a Any Man of Mine,
Sure.
Where the Blacktop
Yeah,
Ends.
I do understand that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. But, I mean, it's all been great to kind of learn these
Sure.
standard country tunes.
Well, I mean, I think every emerging musician needs to do some of the cover playing so that you really understand how songs work.
Absolutely.
Really, I mean, really and truly, it's there's a reason those songs, like them or not like them, are successful.
Absolutely.
And it's a formula that basically guides you for the rest of your career. Say that you would go the country route.
Yeah.
I mean, you may go a different one, but you'll have that country knowledge to draw upon what is successful and what is not successful, and you learn that through playing covers.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you get to learn from. Well, most of those are done by really fabulous studio musicians, other than the artists.
Yeah.
So actually, what you're learning to play is pretty fine work.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all really well put together.
Yeah,
and
it is.
the best part, I think, about what we do at Anderson is we figure out how to make songs our own.
Yeah, that's
So
good. That's a good thing.
We, we'll play really popular covers of country music, and then our closer for our last concert was Long Train Runnin'.
Yeah.
And, there's not really, that's not necessarily, I would say, strictly a country song.
No, I would not.
Stylistically,
Yeah.
but figuring out how to put our own little spin on it,
Sure.
and make it special,
Yeah.
and involve every member of the
Right.
band. That's been something that's really, really fun.
How many pieces do you have in there? How many members?
I believe about 7.
Oh, that's
off
good.
the
That's
top of my head.
That's a big band then.
Yeah, so we're doing good. We've got 2 electric guitar players, a bass player, 2 female vocalists,
Right.
and a drummer, and then me.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good setup.
That's about 7.
Oh,
Had to
that's
check my
good.
math on that one real quick.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So you have other stuff going on beside that too, right?
Yeah. So I've got a lot of stuff going on at school. A lot with like classical repertoire and stuff. Very blessed to be part of like the Anderson University String Quartet
Right.
as the first violin, where we played 2 movements of Dvorak's American String Quartet, which is so much fun.
Yeah.
And we did that. I'm in the string ensemble there as a concert master, and then here at home with my little sister, we've actually started a band that's kind of an alt indie pop-ish kind of band. And I get to play electric violin on that and mess around with all sorts of cool technology and pedals and
Oh yeah, I do understand.
all that weird stuff that you don't normally use on a violin. I get to kind of screw around with a little bit.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
And what does she play?
she is an incredible bass player.
Oh,
Just
okay.
all around bass player. She plays upright and electric, and
Oh, that's
she also
great.
plays bass guitar. So she's incredibly talented. She's 16 years old, and she already is very fluent in translating across the three instruments.
Is she going to pursue music also?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She and I were just talking the other night, and she was like, all my friends are asking me what my backup plan is, and it's like, I don't have a backup plan. So she's full in. She's very excited, and she and I are really working on trying to do some original music for our band.
Oh, that's cool.
Falling 42. So very excited. It was just founded. We just kind of like created it this summer, where we had the chance to play our first really big gig with a couple of my friends kind of filling us out from Anderson. But we played it here in Shelby for the 7th inning stretch.
Right. Yeah, so, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll get to do it again. But yeah.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your long-term goal musically?
So ultimately, what I like to say is my long-term goal. I'm going to start that again. My long-term goal musically is just to play my instrument as much as I can wherever I can in a way that will allow me to support myself. I'm a little early in the whole college career and making decisions, that kind of thing. But what I'd love to do is head to Nashville. Yeah. And either do some studio work there or find a band, or if Emily and I can continue to work really, really hard on our stuff, I'd love to be able to go with her and like start actually making music at a high production quality and touring and stuff like that. Ultimately, I just really want to play for the rest of my life.
Think that's the whole key is if you said anything else, then I would question. Traveling on the road is a traveling second/third shift job that you aren't home very much. I mean, and there's so many things that if you do it for anything other than the love of playing music and hopefully able to continue it and get paid for it, then that is the goal.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you pretty well said that, which I commend you for that, because that is the whole end result is to be able to make money and play as long as you can.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that is really cool. What else do we need to know?
Well, I have some places where you can follow along.
Sure, we'd love to know that.
I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. My Instagram handle is Strickland Strings. Okay. And my Facebook is just my name, Kate Strickland. Mm-hmm. So you can follow me on either of those spots. You can follow Gold Road and see what we're up to on Instagram and Facebook. And you can follow Emily, because if I'm not posting something about Falling 42, she probably is. Okay. So, that's cool. Her page is eMelodies. Okay. So, those are some great places to kind of see
what you got going on.
Absolutely.
Follow you and do that.
Gold Road has a website as well, so you can sign up for a newsletter, and Fallen 42 has a website too. So if you're interested in reaching out to us and maybe giving us a shot at a gig or something, we've been approached about doing some youth revivals and stuff. Right. So if our whole thing with Fallen 42 is an alt indie music style with a positive message. So that sounds great.
We'd
love to hear from you. Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you coming to do this today, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.